All right, friends, so what you see in front of me is the Mississauga drive test location. This is 1170 Burnhamthorpe Road. So you're gonna go right beside this building that says Global Pet Foods. So that's where the drive test center is. I'm gonna drive there and show it to you. So we're right beside the building, so keep going straight. There's a speed bump here. There are actually 2 speed bumps here. And on the right hand side, what you see are the spots for parking. And these are numbered spots. So this is where you would be parking to do the road test. And the road test center is here. So this one says drive test location Mississauga. This is where it is, right? This location doesn't have a sign. It's right beside Black Belt World. So this is where you would come and register yourself. So I am now reverse parked in spot number 16, and I am going to start the test. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a left from here. So I'm going to indicate, watch for pedestrians, and I'm going to go slow here. In the parking lot, always drive slow, not more than 20. Now there's a speed bump here. I'm going to slow down. My speed's at 10 kilometers per hour, less than that. And you don't want to go too slow, like too slow. And I mean, you don't want to come to a stop at a speed bump. So here I've stopped behind the yellow line. From this stop sign, I'm going to turn right, Central Parkway West, and I'm going to go straight. Now, this is a major intersection, very busy, but you don't have to worry because the streets that they're going to take you on are not very busy. You're going to do a bit of Burnhamthorpe Road, but they're not going to keep you here for too long. All right, so you go straight here. I don't see a speed sign here, so I'm going to assume 50 here. Now, on this road, they could ask you to switch lanes anytime. They could ask you to switch lanes right after you enter the street, right after you cross the intersection. So this is going to be a bit busy road, so you want to practice lane changing really well. Okay, now I see a speed sign coming up, which is 60, but I won't be able to get up to 60 because they're going to ask me to switch lanes to, turn at Melia Drive. And this is an empty street here.
Hey, if you're new to this channel, then make sure you check out other videos in the video section of this channel. And also check out the playlists for different types of videos. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Now, it's likely that they could ask you to parallel park behind this car, or they could ask you to do an uphill or downhill parking. And they're gonna take you this way, so you keep following this road. There's no speed sign posted here, but I'm not able to go over 40, so you can safely drive at 40 kilometers per hour here. Don't drive too fast. I know where there's no speed sign, you're supposed to drive at 50, but I'm not able to go over 40 because of the kind of road it is. There's so many curves here. So here they could ask you to do a 3-point turn. So you pull up on the right, do a 3-point turn, make sure you don't use the driveway. Now, if you haven't watched my 3-point turn video, make sure you watch it. I'm going to put the link here so that you can refer to the video for some tips. So you do the 3-point turn here and you go back. You don't have to signal because it's a bend. It's not a sharp turn. A lot of people ask me, Harminder, should we signal on a bend? So you don't have to. Now at this stop sign, you're going to turn right onto Creditview Road. It's a busy road here. It's a little difficult to turn right immediately, so you might have to wait a bit. So you turn right here when it's safe to do so, and you go straight. Again, we know that this road is 60 kilometers per hour. We saw the sign earlier, but you would drive at 60 if you're able to get up to 60. Now, be prepared to switch lanes here because On Burnhamthorpe, they're going to ask you to make a left turn. So between here to getting to Burnhamthorpe, you will need to switch lanes to the left. So be prepared for it. Now here, I'm going to get into the left lane and get ready to make a left turn. There's an advanced green signal here, so which is good. Now, I wasn't lucky to go through the advanced green. Now, the advanced green turned off on me, so I have to wait here. I can't go into the intersection. Now, I see a solid green. I am going to go into the intersection and pick a position. I am going to position myself in a way that, you know, I can make a safe turn, and I go into the nearest lane, and at the same time I do not block the way of the cars making a left turn in front of me, like those cars are making a left turn. So okay, it looks safe now. I'm going to make a left turn, and the speed limit on Burnhamthorpe is 60 kilometers per hour. Here again, be prepared to switch 2 lanes because they're going to ask you to turn right on Erindale station. Now, this is a tricky one. Here you see a solid line, right? That's for buses. You can't enter that lane to make a right turn. So you have to make the right turn from the lane you're in. You'll have to keep your signal on. You know, if there was a dotted line, then you could get into that lane. You could use that lane to make a right turn. But since it's solid all the way to the end, you will have to stay in this lane to make a right turn. So you make a right turn here. Again, right after I make the turn, I see the speed sign which says 60 begins. So I know I have to drive at 60 here. Now they may or may not ask you to switch lanes here. Wherever there are 2 lanes, expect the examiner to tell you to switch lanes there, right? So they could ask you to do that anywhere. Now I'm going to make a right turn here on Central Parkway West, which is where our drive test center was. Again, the speed sign is posted here on the bend, 50 kilometers per hour, and I am driving at 50. So that's that. We're back at the drive test center. We're gonna make a right turn here. It's a bit confusing. Don't go to the other driveway. So you come back here, and there's a speed bump here. Keep it slow. Watch this. So these guys are parked. They're ready to do the road test. That's how you want to park. You don't want to have to reverse when you do the test. Okay? So that's what it is. And I am back here. I'm going to do a reverse parking. There you go. That's the end of the test. If you haven't done parallel parking, then they will ask you to do reverse parking. So be prepared for it.